Yo, MotoGP fans, welcome back to another episode of MotoGP 24 Road to MotoGP. We're heading for Jerez in Spain, one of my all-time favorite tracks in the MotoGP. We have all dry weather sessions, so dry weather practice session, dry weather qualifying, dry weather sprint race and a dry weather main race with an objective to finish in front of our teammate Miguel Oliveira. We have 3 laps of the sprint race and 6 laps of the main race. Let's head out for the qualifying results.
The MotoGP qualifying sessions end here with Jorge Martin in pole position. All we can do for now is say goodbye and see you at the race.
Jorge Martin takes pole position, Brad Binder starting from P2, Bagnaia starting from P3, and we are starting from P12 after we came from Q1. So we did a great job. Let's head out for the sprint race.
Martinator proved himself as the pole man. We just have to see if he'll be able to dominate this race as well.
So we have 10 red flags, we rev the engine up and we are on the way. We have a sluggish start and we drop down to P15. Trying to make up some ground, heading for turn 1 as we bump into, I think it was Acosta or Fernandez. Someone crashed already. The inside line on Vinales, great move. So Fernandez is out, Luca Marini is out as well, which is a pity. And we just overtook Gino Antonio with an aggressive move. Zarco has a long lap penalty. Maybe he forced the crash. Not sure what happened over there, but he has a long lap penalty to do. And we are in P8 behind Bastianini and Quartararo on the factory Ducati. Quartararo going wide, but Bastianini can profit from it. Trying to put some pressure on both of them. Going for a late launch on Bastianini, but we go very wide. And he cuts right back. Have to be careful not to lose a position to Vinales. So have to be very patient to make a move on Bastianini. But we only have 3 laps to make a move on him. For now we have 2.5 laps, as we are already in the penultimate lap. Maybe I should change the sprint race laps to a much higher number. Let me know in the comments if you think I should increase the number of laps we should do. We're taking a very tight line over there. Israel going wide again. Ooh, that's very tight on the grass. Luckily we didn't crash out. But I'm really trying to push with this bike. And as I'm pushing, the bike is struggling. Hopefully we can increase the bike handling in the upcoming test session in Jerez, which is after this race. But I'm not expecting to make a big difference. Not all small bits will help us. We're in the final lap and Bastianini and Quartararo are fighting in front of us. And hopefully we can profit from it. Trying to keep the pressure on both of them. Jorge Martin still leading the race. Just set a fastest lap of 1:37.8. Quartararo going wide again. Can Bastianini profit from it? No, he can't. Quartararo is still in front of him, but he goes wide again. Can Bastianini take over? Yes, he can. Great move by Bastianini on the Aprilia. And now can we... No, we go wide. This is the penultimate corner. Now we're heading for the final turn. But Quartararo is too far ahead to make a move on him. So we will finish this sprint race in the P8 position, which is a great result.
As the riders return to the pits, let's take a look at the final results of this race.
So Jorge Martin wins the race, Binder finishing in P2 and Bagnaia finishing P3. We tried to put some pressure on Quartararo, but in the end he was too far ahead to make a move on him. Maybe if we had one more lap or two more laps, we could have made a move on Quartararo, but for now we didn't. Let's head out for the main race. So here we are again in Jerez, tail red lights. We rev the engine up and we are on the way. Ooh. A bit of a better start than we had in the sprint race, but we are already under investigation. I think it was Marini who bumped into us. And we have our first warning of the race. And we are behind Quartararo again. We have to be careful here. A lot of wheel spin. We know we have a greater pace than Quartararo has. So can we set up a move on him? He goes a bit wide. We take the inside line on Quartararo. Great move. And we take over P8 from the Frenchman on the factory Ducati. Can we close the gap with Viñales? Seems to be fighting with Jack Miller in the KTM. Miller seems to be slowing Viñales down. We are trying to close the gap with him. But in the meantime, we have Marc Marquez right behind us, putting some pressure on us. He overtook Quartararo. So Quartararo really struggling on the factory Ducati. Still has to adapt to the new motorcycle coming from Yamaha. I'll have to keep an eye out for Marc Marquez, as he is really pushing. He can hear his engine roaring behind us. We have to pick up the pace as the others are pulling away from us. We go a bit wide. There's a crash in sector 3. It's Zarco who's out. Vinales and Miller having a fierce battle in front of us. Miller defending like crazy and Vinales putting a lot of pressure on the Australian rider. And we are struggling to keep up with them. In the penultimate lap, and it looks like we are closing gap to Miller and Vinales. Marc Marquez has dropped down and Quartararo just overtook him. But the gap is 1 second. And the gap in front is 8 to 7 tenths. So can we close them down to perform a move on them? We are really trying, but the bike is very hard to ride as we go wide in turn 11. No track limit warning, however. Oh, we go wide in turn 13. Going into the final lap. I think we have to settle with a P8. As the gap is too big with Vinales and Miller. Miller goes a bit wide. He as well. He is defending like crazy against Vinales. Oh, someone goes very wide in front of Miller. I think it's Brett Binder in the KTM. Not sure who it is, but it looks like a KTM. Very tight turn, that's a track limit warning. Our second warning of the day, of the race. Oh, Miller goes wide. Vinales overtakes Miller. They are fighting for, as they head for the finish line. We finish in P8.
In a few minutes, the top 3 riders will arrive for their well-deserved podium ceremony. In the meantime, let's take a look at the MotoGP race final results.
So Jack Miller still finished in front of Vinales. Despite he went wide in turn 13. We finish in P8, our teammate finishing P15. So we score some most important points in this race here in Jerez. Jorge Martin increases the lead with 32 points over Bagnaia. He seems to be heading for the Riders' Championship. So we are the team leader of Trackhouse Aprilia, which is great news. We beat our teammate, and now we are the team leader of the Trackhouse team. But yeah, it was a fun race, not a lot of action going on the track. Yeah, there was a lot of action in front of us with Miller and Vinales battling it out, and in the sprint race we had Quartararo and Bastianini fighting, but not a lot of fighting for us. Hopefully we can increase the motorcycle well as we will attend the test session in Jerez, and hopefully we can develop the bike better further, so we can battle for a higher finishing position in the races. But for now we have to settle with the bike we have. Really need to work on the handling and the stability, as the bike handles very heavy, like I said in Kota. When turning in, the bike won't react like I'm used to, like I had on the KTM in MotoGP 23. So hopefully we can increase that in the test session in Jerez, which will be in next episode. I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, and I'll be seeing you for the next episode. See ya!